Hey, welcome to Living in Alabama. My name is Jonathan Averett, and today we're going to talk about Forest Park, Alabama. It's a small neighborhood just on the south side of Birmingham. We're going to run through the map. I'm going to show you where it's at, kind of where it's in reference to the drivability, where you're going to hop on, where you're going to hop off to get to and from downtown Birmingham. We're going to look at some of the houses. We're going to look at some of the shops, and we're going to drop in and take a look around the streets so you can see exactly what it's like to live in Forest Park, Alabama. All right, let's go. All right, so let's talk about Forest Park. Right now we've been going through some of the neighborhoods in the Birmingham area. You can check back in the library and see one of the last ones that we've done, which is Redmont Park, which is right basically on the line of Forest Park, but this is actually an actual city of Birmingham area. The high school is going to be Ramsey, so you've kind of moved into the Birmingham market per se, right? We're not in any of the suburbs anymore. This is actually a neighborhood that's right there on Birmingham. So let's take a look. This is a really small community. We're on niche.com again. You can check out that in the comments. We're going to take a look at some of the data first on the city or the neighborhood, some of the data on the neighborhood. We'll look at that. We'll hop over to the map, kind of show where it's at geographically, how you're going to get in and get out, some of the things to do around the neighborhood. And then we'll hop in on the streets and let you take a look at a couple of different areas as far as what the houses look like and what to expect on that right there. And we'll look at some of the houses that are for sale actually in the neighborhood. So Forest Park. Let's take a look at the map first. I always like to do that to kind of give you an idea about where you're at, right? We're on the left-hand side. This right here is niche.com. And on the right over here is Gmaps. We'll take a look at that once we get ready to zoom in and kind of see the street level. But as far as where you're at in Birmingham, we're actually really close to downtown right there. You can see UAB is right down here. So there's no real interstate travel. You just hit some of the streets here in downtown in just a few minutes according to traffic and things like that. But as far as where you're at, we're back on out here and you can see Trussville always all the way out here. You're a little bit of distance from the interstates. You got to get a few blocks to get there. Drive over to Highway 31. Then you kind of go up right there north and you'll get on 2059. Depending on where you're going. If you're going to the ball game in Tuscaloosa, roll tide. You'll go back west there on 2059. If you're heading over to Atlanta, you can go east, back up 2059, hop over right there. And if you're going south, of course, you'll catch the corridor right here, and you'll go down 65 towards Montgomery, Mobile, and then if you're going to go north, obviously you go right up 65 over here, and you run right into Huntsville. So Forest Park, let's dive in now. Now that you got an idea about where we're at, let's close this map right here. And then we'll scroll back up and you can kind of see overall niche. This is the number 2 best neighborhood to live in Birmingham. Public schools, we actually are in Birmingham public schools now, so you're going to kind of lose some of the quality of school. Ramsey's still a good place to go, Ramsey High School. You'll see some of the other schools here in a minute. You see right here, though, as far as the amenities and things. Diversity, really close to university. A real diverse community. Nightlife is an A+. There's a lot of things to do. This place is an older part of town. You know, there's no real new construction here or anything like that. But they're really revitalizing things in downtown Birmingham now, right? They just opened up Protective Stadium the last couple of months. A lot of bars and restaurants and things to do downtown. Really kind of like local stuff here, right? You're not going to find a chain steak restaurant downtown, right? A lot of local stuff. Good for families. Everything is really kind of a walking distance there. Cost of living is relatively high. Lots of parks and things to do around the neighborhood. Commute, because you're pretty much right on top of everything. Health and fitness, plenty to do down there as far as things to go and work out and stuff like that, especially outside stuff. So population, just over 8,000. It says, niche.com says the neighborhood in Birmingham, 8,200. Best places to live in Alabama. Living in Forest Park offers residents an urban-suburban mixed feel. I'm not sure what that means as far as, you know what, there's a lot of trees in Birmingham. Let's say it like that, right? You're really not going to come upon a spot that's just straight concrete in Birmingham. You know, unless you're like dead middle downtown, Once you get out of the city, there's just trees all over the place. And Forest Park, obviously, is no different there. A lot of bars and restaurants, like we talked about earlier. There's a park everywhere in Birmingham. I think every neighborhood has its very own park. And I live way out in Trussville. We have parks and streams and stuff out here, right? A lot of the young professionals live there, and it says there's a lot, mostly, not mostly, but a lot of rent, right? Matter of fact, more rent than own, because a lot of these young professionals, they live down there, work at the hospital, maybe they're a lawyer or whatever, they work downtown, so it's really a young and vibrant area to live in, right? If you've got 3 or 4 or 5 kids, and you probably live a little further out, and you are not that close into the city, so why wouldn't they be young and married and renting, right? So if you can get a rental property down there, that's probably a good place to get it. So if you're an investor, let me know about that out there also. Comment down below if you're an investor. We talked about the map. So and then the rankings. Here's some of the rankings. We already know it's number 2 neighborhood to live in Birmingham. Number 9 out of 90 for young professionals. We talked about that. Most diverse neighborhood, and you see it's well towards the top right there. I've worked at UAB, and it's just that diversity is really unmatched, right? I've lived at different places in Alabama, and as far as being diverse, Birmingham is the most diverse place I've ever been in Alabama. It's really unbelievable, unbelievable. Young professionals in America is towards the top right there, well towards the top. Best neighborhood in America. It's actually kind of towards the middle. I'm really kind of surprised at that. That's kind of low to me. Most diverse place is towards the top in America, of course in Alabama. 10, 40, and then 92 out of most diverse place to live in Alabama. Then it talks about Birmingham right there being the best place again. Jefferson County towards the top of all those. Number 2 again, best neighborhood in Birmingham for young professionals and so forth. So the rankings, let's move back now. Let's hop on down. Crime and safety is such a small portion that there's really not enough to I guess to gauge as far as crime goes right there. Right? I'm sure there's burglaries and stuff like that, but there's just not enough people there to really map on a national scale. So median household income is right there, 75,000. A lot of people rent down there, so not really a lot of you see the bachelor's degrees, the leading education level. So by this time you have kind of moved out of the city area, I guess, but that's the median household income is a little over 75,000. Families with children, 17%. I tell you what, whenever I was with my wife, we didn't have any kids. We wanted to move downtown so bad, but now we got 4 kids, and it's tough to get a spot downtown that has enough space for us, to be honest with you. So you can see the public schools there. Ramsey High School sits on top of a big hill at the very end of UAB campus. It's really kind of a cool area there. Phillips Academy, a Christian school, there's a couple other, but still good schools, but not comparative to the ones that are outside of the city of Birmingham as far as how niche.com ranks them. So similar places to live there. We'll go over some of these right here. A lot of these places are up and coming as far as houses being revitalized and things like that. A lot of that's happening in downtown Birmingham now with the neighborhoods around, with the new stadium coming up. They just finished remodeling the entire arena down there also. So a lot of big things are happening for the city of Birmingham right now, and the neighborhoods are kind of following suit with that. Forest Park reviews. I always like to read the reviews. I always hate to read the excellent ones because I just feel like you don't get fully honest, but I don't see any bad ones here, right? Let's see. Somebody gave them a 4-star. They said, beautiful area, close to everything, but keep your doors locked and your eyes open. The city is still changing, and not everyone is good people. That was from 2017, so that's been a while now, so I know there's a lot happened in downtown Birmingham since 2017 as far as buildings and bringing things along, stuff like that. So that's kind of the stats. And I always like to hop over on the map here and just kind of dive in and just kind of show you, what the streets look like in the neighborhood. So again, we're right here. You see the outline right there. You're almost pretty much in downtown. Hop over a few blocks and then hop on 280 and you're kind of in downtown there as far as how that goes. And here is what's really cool about this. Before we even get started in Forest Park, if you come all the way over here to the end, you can see right here these restaurants. These are some awesome restaurants. Melt right there, Saul's Kitchen, best home cooking stuff, right? It's just unbelievable. Ice cream, Rodney Scott. There's a Netflix documentary about Rodney Scott, and he's actually building another one out in Trussville, so I'm excited about to get that up. But you can see kind of how the nightlife is down here, right? Birmingham Wings and Waffles. This is back towards downtown also. Sneaky Pete's, if you want hot dogs, that's a pretty good place to go, even though they've got a hamburger on there. I don't know about that. The Palms Pet Resorts, if you got dogs, 127 5 stars. How many people do you think drop their dogs off there during the holiday season? I can only imagine, right? Piggly Wiggly. We had a Piggly Wiggly in Cincinnati, Alabama when I was growing up. And it was like the only grocery store we had in town, right? And when we got up here, first time I saw a Piggly Wiggly, I was like, what? And this was like over in Mountain Brook area, right? And it's like high class. Now, like, why do they have a Piggly Wiggly? And true story, too, I saw some of the younger kids have on Piggly Wiggly shirts. So it must be like a cool, novelty thing up here, I guess. I don't know. But I thought Piggly Wiggly was just an old grocery store. But apparently it's a whole nother ball game. But at any rate, I digress. So in Forest Park, there's the golf course. Everybody's got a golf course, and Forest Park is certainly no different. You can see some of the schools back over here, and this right here is back towards. Let's hop back out a little bit, and I'll show you where we're at in reference to this right here is actually the zoo. If you've been following along any of the other videos, you can check out the zoo right there and kind of give you an idea of where things kind of are. But Forest Park, you've got Avondale Park right there. So if you're looking to get outdoors, that's a really beautiful place right there. You can see a real beautiful archway. But let's hop in here and let me show you some of the actual. Where's Tim at? Come on, Tim. How about here, buddy? Where you can see some of these houses in here. You can just kind of get an idea about, oh, we're in somebody's yard there. Oops, we're in a back alley. Okay. Tim jumped off into the street. There's nobody will hop on. So let's get out of there, Tim. All right, so let's hop back up. Let's go right over here. Let's hop up here by the golf course. That's probably a good one, huh? Maybe you can see some of the stuff. I'm probably in the back alley. Am I in the same spot? No. There. Okay, look. See some of the houses right there. What's cool about being downtown is these are older houses. So you'll see some houses that are like 5-bedroom, 4,000 square feet, and then you'll get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath right across the street. Like right here, see? That's a smaller home right there, and then right here is huge houses, right? Just really an older area. It's still kind of hilly in here. So you're kind of coming down towards the valley, which is downtown Birmingham. Some of these houses are just beautiful, right? Some of them are still set up for apartment complexes and stuff, but you can see the hill going back over towards Mountain Brook right there. So it's just a really historic part of Birmingham. Beautiful, beautiful place. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's hop up here by Altamont and see if we can see some different areas over here. Just kind of give you an idea. I wonder if we want to see the park. Let's see if we can hop in there and take a look right there. Pretty house right there. And you can see there's walking areas and things like that, but I guess it's not going to show me that. But there's a nice row of houses right there. You can see kind of all up on the hill there. Here's the park right there. Maybe this is the park right up here. Yeah, well, it's actually not a park. It's a little, maybe this is just for dogs. Oh, I see kids out there. Is that kid stuff? I can't tell. It looks like those are like kid toys. Maybe that's dogs. I don't know. But you can see there's like a walking area for your kids or your dogs. Those might be play area right over there. Can't really tell. But right there in the middle of the town, middle of the neighborhood, let's hop back out. And you can see kind of, let's go over here on this side. You can see some of the older houses up here too. 7th Avenue. Now we're back here. And some of these areas now, here's one thing about Birmingham too, is you can be going on one street and you're on $1 million houses. Then you go over one other street and you're on houses that are falling down, right? So a lot of things are being rebuilt, but some of the areas are still being revitalized. So still got a long ways to go in some areas, but with the new stadium and everything like that, everybody's just wanting to rebuild, and investors are coming in and buying these houses up and then remodel them pretty much daily. I know a lot of investors are doing that right now. Once they find them, then they pretty much pick them up and they are remodeled and set to go. So what is up this place right here? Po' Boy Shop Gumbo. Huh. Well, how about that? This is I love these places right here in Birmingham because it's so cool. They're just so local, right? I just love that atmosphere. I don't know what they got in here. Looks like they got, obviously, Po' Boys, huh? Small little parking lot. It's been there forever, right? Just a cool place to live, right? So if you're looking for something central and you don't have a big family, this is probably a pretty good spot to go, right? It is a little more expensive in reference to, other areas outside of Birmingham. And I'm going to scoot back and show you all this down here. Real nice places to live, but it's just going to be more expensive to live on this side over here. as far as what you get for your money. If you're looking for land, you're going to need to move out beyond 459 there, right? Get you some place if you're looking for acreage or things like that. Or you're just looking for, more bang for your buck. You don't need to be so close to downtown. You can move out, but Forest Park is just an amazing neighborhood in Birmingham, right? We're talking about just in Birmingham now. So I hope that helped you out. Check out the next videos coming up. Click on those and you'll be able to see some of the other videos I've done also.